Hi friends, it's Jess with Our Bipolar. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, just a little bit about me. I have bipolar 1 and I was diagnosed 26 years ago when I was a sophomore in college. Today we're going to talk about something I'm going through right now, which is kidney dysfunction caused by lithium use. But before we get into that, I will ask you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment. Let me know what you think about psychiatric drugs possibly causing all kinds of side effects, including kidney dysfunction. Okay, so first I'm going to tell you a little bit of background about my lithium use and just when the kidney dysfunction started and what I'm doing to try to stay on lithium, basically, because I am afraid I'm going to have to go off it. So I started taking lithium all the way back in 2007. So I've been on it for 18 years. And I don't want this video to scare anyone who takes lithium. Some people do not experience kidney dysfunction from what I have been told. And also, I am definitely not a doctor. So please do your own research, talk to your own doctors about possible kidney dysfunction. So like I said, I started on the lithium back in 2007, and I was told about possible side effects, you know, the kidney dysfunction being one of them. I started on a relatively low dose, from what I understand, 600 milligrams. And at some point that was up to 750, but since I started having some issues, I have gone back down to 600 milligrams a day, and that has been working just fine. Lithium was really my savior when it comes to bipolar 1. Before that, I did not do well on any meds I had tried, and lithium really changed my life. I went from rapid cycling and having depression and mania pretty much every single month to having long periods of stability. Now, I still have some more mild symptoms, but I'm mostly symptom-free, and it kind of enabled the rest of my life to happen. So I had gotten through college before getting on lithium, but right after starting lithium, about less than a year later, I met my husband, Brian, and within a few years, we got married and we had a daughter together, our daughter Pearson. Right after I met Brian, I started working at ASM, where I still work today. And I have worked full time for all of that time. Heard it only works for about a third of us with bipolar. If it works for you, as it works for me, wow, it just really, like I said, it changed my life. I am not trying to give that up unless I really have to, because I don't have a lot of good other options out there. So about a year ago in 2024, I had been doing, you know, routine lab work for lithium and started to see some problems. Well, my doctor started to see some problems with my, it's called eGFR. And I'm just going to read what this is because, like I said, I'm not a doctor. eGFR, this is on most routine lab tests, just your basic metabolic panel. And what it stands for is estimated glomerular filtration rate. And so it tests how well your kidneys are filtering waste and fluid, excess fluid from your blood. And glomeruli are tiny filters in your kidneys that remove waste from your blood. So this eGFR test measures how much blood these filters clean every minute based on your body size. So I had been having this test done routinely, you know, more than once a year. And suddenly last year, my level, I guess you could call it, dropped below 60, and it started staying there. It started staying around like 53, 52. And when my psychiatrist saw that it was staying pretty steady at that level, which indicates kidney disease or just mild kidney disease, he said I should see a nephrologist and start being monitored by this nephrologist for kidney disease. Now, I will say I'm not having any symptoms of kidney disease or kidney dysfunction. I mean, there could be something, you know, maybe I'm going to the bathroom more often than I used to. I can't really tell. I drink a whole lot of water. That's something I have to do just being on lithium. So I drink like about 3 of these a day, and I am thirsty. So, and I work out and, you know, I'm doing all these other things. And so this is 40 ounces. So I'm getting about 120 ounces a day, and that's supposed to help. But so yeah, I obviously go to the bathroom pretty often. They're always asking me like, do you go during the night? And I usually go once a night, but not always. It's not like I'm up, like when I was pregnant, I was going like 4 times a night. It's not anything like that. So another test that I had done just a few times throughout the years being on lithium was a creatinine clearance test, which is one of those 24-hour collections where you collect your urine for 24 hours. Yeah, it's as fun as it sounds, just let me tell you. So if you haven't done it, you get this big jug and you collect it and then you take it to the lab. And so I also did one of those last year when my psychiatrist saw, you know, my levels for that eGFR being a little concerning. And so we did that, and actually for like the urine test, the creatinine clearance test, it showed my level was actually a little better with that. But I'm pretty sure that the eGFR test is supposed to be more accurate. So what does this all mean? I went to the nephrologist. I've been to him twice now, and he is kind of happy with the way things are going. I've had 2 of the eGFR tests with him so far, and my level has stayed the same, like around 53. So he does not think I need to go off lithium right now, but it is something we are monitoring, and he has told me pretty much just straight out that if that number keeps going down, I may have to go off lithium. And I am terrified of that. I mean, just thinking about it gets me a little choked up. I think what I'm going to do, I have an appointment with my psychiatrist tomorrow, actually, and we have talked about, you know, if the day comes I have to get off lithium, what mood stabilizer am I going to take? Now, I'll also tell you, I take Seroquel, which is an antipsychotic, as well as lithium. So I am scared that if I go on a different mood stabilizer that doesn't work as well as lithium for me, that the Seroquel would have to go up a whole lot. And I am very sensitive to meds, and I just don't do well on a higher dose of Seroquel. I take a tiny dose. It's like 18 milligrams, and I know that is not a normal dose. So if you're on a much higher dose in the hundreds, that's much more common. So I've basically tried all the mood stabilizers except for Lamictal. And I have been, you know, I've heard great things about Lamictal actually, and I've also heard there are a lot of people who do really well on a combination of lithium and Lamictal. And so what I'm wondering, and what I want to ask my doctor tomorrow, could we possibly start tapering off the lithium now before my kidney dysfunction gets worse? Go lower on the lithium and add some of the Lamictal and just see if that would work. So that way I'm not going from all lithium to nothing and having to try the Lamictal on its own, because that scares me more than having a little bit of that lithium still there. I really think my life as I know it now could not have happened without lithium. Maybe it could have happened with Lamictal, but it couldn't have happened with anything else I tried, because I tried it. That's what I'm going to do. I'll report back on what he says, but I am fearful he'll say we shouldn't try the Lamictal until we really need to. So I'll keep you posted. All right, well, Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.